Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today, we from Group 1 S54 are going to present on our topic about an endangered species animals, which we choose sunbears. What are sunbears? Sunbears are known as the world's smallest bears, with a length only around 1.5 meters and a weight only around 20 to 70 kilograms. If you want to compare it with the world's largest bears, which are polar bears, polar bears are 2.4 meters long and they can weigh up to 800 kilograms. So, sunbears are omnivorous. They also can only breed one cub at once, and they can only live around 30 years. So next, we can classify sunbears by its kingdom, which is Animalia. Then we go to its phylum, which Chordata. Then its class, which is Mammalia. Its order, Carnivora. Its family, Ursidae, and its genus, Helictis, which can be found in their scientific name, which is Helictis malianus. Okay, so there are some interesting facts about sunbears. So firstly, sunbears can usually be found up to 3 meters and 7 meters in the trees. Yes, they can climb trees, and if you happen to be chased by one of these bears, I think climbing tree is not one of the best options. Okay, next, sunbears have a long tongue, which can reach up to 10 inches long. This long tongue helps them in eating honey from the bee nest, or maybe eating termites. So, next up, the name sunbears come from a U crescent shape on their chest, which are said to be resembling the sun. And so, what are threatening these adorable creatures? So, the major threats for these sunbears are actually we human ourselves. Firstly, the threat to sunbears are deforestation, which are made by mankind. So, sunbears lost their habitats by these actions from us. So if when they lost their habitats, they also lost their foods, and they die eventually. So next, poachers and hunters hunt them for their organs and body parts and fur. They said there are some rumors say that their organs can sometimes be medicines, and their fur are used for creating products, bears-based products like bears, handbags, and other stuff, or maybe fur jacket. Okay, so lastly, illegal pet treats. You know, female adults, they kill in order to take their cubs. So the orphan sunbears are usually treated to be pets because they're cute. Okay, what can government and NGO do? Okay, first, they can enforce the law to be more strict on conserving sunbears. Besides that, the Bornean sunbears already create centers for these bears to live in, and they can also reduce deforestation. Okay, so for society, what can society do to help our little bear? So society can ban illegal hunting and poaching. They can also ban the product that made from sunbears, like fur jackets or maybe handbags. And lastly, society can have a campaign for sunbears. It's good, you know. It's to give other people realizations on how cruel fates on these poor animals. And lastly, for individual, they can support the campaign that held by the government. or maybe the World Life Center. Okay, so next, individual can donate to campaign, and lastly, they can report on poachers and illegal hunting. They can do the report to the law, and so that the poachers can be prevented from doing their illegal hunting.
After the actions have been taken by the authorized organization, we can clearly see that it is helpful to maintain the ecological system, because when a species becomes endangered, it is a sign that the ecosystem is slowly falling apart. Each species that is lost triggers the loss of other species within its ecosystem. If we allow this to happen, we actually risk our own health too. Next, we can protect sunbears from extinctions, because people cannot simply poach the sunbears or they will be fined. Malaysian courts are issuing heavy penalties for wildlife poaching and illegal trade. To better combat ongoing poaching problems in the Southeast Asian country, penalties have been boosted to any protected animals will now bring a maximum fine of 100,000 ringgit Malaysia or 31,000 US dollars and 5 years in jail or both if they are female and young. The actions taken also can help to save the sunbears for the next generation. As we know, some animals in Malaysia have gone extinct. The young generation sadly do not have any chance to know rare and wildlife animals, and we want to avoid that from happen to the sunbear species in Malaysia. Last but not least, we should not leave everything on the responsible organization, because they already tried their best to give the best protection for our wildlife habitat. To improve the best for the future, we have to educate ourselves or family about endangered species in Malaysia. This awareness of these species is a critical step. From education, you will recognize the importance of protecting threatened animals like sunbears, because they play a big role in maintaining the biodiversity in our country. Next, the authorized organization should do regular monitoring from time to time, so there will be no poachers that can escape. The citizens should also take the obligation to lodge a report if they witness any illegal wildlife activities, so the authorities can take action from their activities. Social media also plays the important role on giving us awareness to save our wildlife. For example, we can do #protect the sunbears, so it will go trending and viral, making us realize that we should save the endangered species. In conclusion, we need to recognize the importance of protecting threatened and endangered species, because they play a key factor in protecting the biodiversity. Let's not forget, the Wildlife Protection Act is for securing protection of the wildlife. The way the wild animals are vanishing from the earth, there is an absolute urgent need to stop hunting or killing of wild animals in general and endangered species in particular. All the sunbear are deserving of a life free from fear and pain. They don't hate, and we're supposed to be better than them. With that, I conclude our presentation. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. #Sunbear Lives Matter.